Penelope Whitmore had always believed that strength was not measured by how much money a person earned, but by how much they were willing to sacrifice for the people they loved. At 29 years old, Penelope was one of the most respected employees at a multinational financial corporation. Her intelligence, dedication, and leadership skills had earned her admiration throughout the company. Every morning, she entered the towering glass building dressed in elegant business attire, carrying herself with confidence and professionalism. To outsiders, her life seemed perfect, but very few people knew the struggles that had shaped her journey. Penelope lived with her mother, Patricia Whitmore, in a modest apartment on the outskirts of the city. Years ago, their lives had changed forever when Penelope's father, Daniel Whitmore, lost his life in a tragic car accident. Penelope had been only 16. The memory of that terrible evening remained vivid in her mind. She remembered the police officers standing at the door, her mother's trembling hands, and the heartbreaking realization that her father would never come home again. The loss devastated them both. Daniel had been the family's primary provider. After his death, Patricia suddenly found herself responsible for paying bills, managing expenses, and raising a teenage daughter alone. Life became difficult. There were days when Patricia worked multiple jobs just to keep food on the table. She often skipped meals, claiming she wasn't hungry so that Penelope could eat more. She wore the same old clothes for years because every extra penny went toward her daughter's education. Penelope saw every sacrifice, and she never forgot them. While many of her classmates enjoyed carefree teenage years, Penelope spent her time studying. She knew that success wasn't just a dream, it was a responsibility. She wanted to give her mother the life she deserved. Years passed. Through determination and hard work, Penelope graduated at the top of her class and secured a position at one of the country's largest financial firms. She worked tirelessly, often staying late at the office while others went home. Her efforts paid off. Promotion after promotion followed. By the age of 29, she had become one of the company's youngest senior executives. Yet despite her growing success, one thing never changed. Every evening, she returned home to her mother. No matter how busy she was, she always found time to sit with Patricia, share dinner, and talk about their day. One rainy evening, as they drank tea together by the window, Patricia smiled proudly at her daughter. "You've accomplished so much, Penelope." Penelope laughed softly. "Everything I have is because of you." Patricia shook her head. "No. You earned it." A few weeks later, Penelope received an email that would change everything. The company's headquarters had offered her a prestigious executive position in New York City. The promotion came with an enormous salary increase, luxury accommodations, and international recognition. It was the opportunity of a lifetime. Her colleagues celebrated. Her managers congratulated her. Many employees spent years dreaming about such an offer. But Penelope couldn't ignore the uneasy feeling growing inside her. Accepting the position would require her to relocate abroad for at least 5 years. That night, she showed the email to her mother. Patricia read it carefully before looking up. "This is wonderful news. Is it?" Penelope asked quietly. "Of course it is. But I'd have to leave." Patricia forced a smile. "You should go." Penelope noticed the sadness hidden behind those words. For days, she struggled with the decision. Her mind told her to accept. Her heart told her something else. One Saturday afternoon, while cleaning old boxes in a storage room, Penelope discovered a collection of family photographs. Among them was an old handwritten letter from her father. Curious, she opened it. The letter had been written years before his accident. As she read through the pages, tears slowly filled her eyes. Near the end, one sentence stood out. "Take care of your mother. She is the strongest person you'll ever know." Penelope stared at those words for a long time. That night, she couldn't sleep. She thought about every sacrifice Patricia had made. She remembered her mother working late into the night. She remembered seeing her cry quietly when she thought nobody was watching. She remembered every struggle they had overcome together. The next morning, Penelope made her decision. She walked into her manager's office. The manager smiled. "I assume you're here to accept the New York position." Penelope took a deep breath. "Actually, I'm here to decline it." The manager looked stunned. "Decline it?" "Yes." "Penelope, This promotion could change your life. Penelope smiled gently. It already has. The manager couldn't understand. Most people would have accepted without hesitation. But Penelope knew something many people spent their entire lives learning. Success wasn't just about climbing higher. It was about knowing what truly mattered. Instead of relocating, she accepted a leadership role in the local branch. The salary was still excellent, and it allowed her to remain close to her mother. Months later, Penelope surprised Patricia with a beautiful new home. It wasn't a mansion. It wasn't extravagant. But it was comfortable, peaceful, and filled with warmth. On the day they moved in, Patricia walked through the front door with tears in her eyes. "You did all this for me." Penelope smiled. "You spent your whole life taking care of me. It's my turn now." Patricia embraced her daughter tightly. For a moment, neither of them spoke. They didn't need to. As the sun set outside their new home, Penelope looked at the woman who had sacrificed everything for her future. In that moment, she realized something important. Titles fade. Money comes and goes. Careers rise and fall. But the love of a parent is priceless. And no promotion in the world could ever be more valuable than that. Sometimes the greatest success isn't found in choosing a bigger opportunity. Sometimes it's found in honoring the people who helped you become who you are.